Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I haven't been updated for a few days because I'm been away and we go to a bushland to live there for a couple of days with my family. Yeah, so this one I have been complete before I go to the bushland, but only until now that I have time to go through it. I'm going to talk about ideas and things that you might interest. Yeah, I'm sure you will find a lot of inspiration. I have made a video of making a journal from leftover crafty material from kids craft. Things that they make from school, things that they make for Mother's Day, this kind of thing. There's a lot of like small things that we can recycle and upcycle. I will always ask permissions from my daughter because even things that you thought that is rubbish, they don't think is rubbish. There's some sentimental attachment for example, bracelet that they receive from their friends. Not really pretty or practical, but they just love it. So you have to ask permission from your kids and yeah, and respect them. Okay, so there's some of the stuff that I got the permissions and I cut it and I saved it. The pom-pom, for example, like the last one I show. And also there's a lot of beads that is from the kids craft, and it has a big hole, which I like because you don't need to thread it using a needle, that kind of thing. Even a fake needle can go through it, or yeah, a string or any thread that you have, just easily go through it. So these big hole beads, I've been saving them and I always want to use that because I can use that in my other projects. So I come up some ideas. This is one of them, to make a dangling things. It can be like a bookmark, you can put it into the pages. But I make this because I want to use this one. I don't know where's this from. I've been saving a lot of stuff, like random stuff, and I know if I don't use that, it will just sit there for ages. So I use that making this one, and I used what's that, the yarn as a dangling threads because it's thick. Okay, so I'll go through this one. The cover, if you see one of my video before, it is same. It is fiber samples from those furnishing fibers. I choose this tie because it have the same color scheme, but it has a bit of sparkle. I try to stick to the color scheme because it always works better. So inside is another piece of fiber sample. I just like to use them. Yeah, I if you notice my creation, I've been start mixing with fibers and other stuff, like a mixed media journal. I like to add the fibers and bits of pieces because it adds interest, and some of the stuff like this is really hard to use in my sewing projects. It is too big for brochures, and I can't use in a door, making doors. It's beautiful, it's cute, but I just can't use it in my other projects. But it's perfect for journal because whatever size it can fit in. This is the pages is actually from a cookbook. I don't cover it because I like the colors and I like to read some of the words. It is quite a thick paper. You can imagine the books that in the good old days have better qualities. All those old books has really nice thick pages. So I like to save them and use them. I don't particularly cover them. Here is a book, teaching you how to do the bridge. I have no idea what it's talking about. I don't play cards. So I stick with a piece of handmade paper that I make using the flower zip and another fibers. I just simply staple them and create a bit of layers. This is the sketching book, also from my daughter's daycare. At the end of the year, they usually bring back a whole book of art or drawing project that they did. But like a book with 100 pages, they usually just use like 10, 20. So rest of the paper are just sitting there unused. So I tear all of them and I simply spray with paints. This one is very simple. I spray with ink. So it had a bit of like sparkle. It's not sparkling, but it just looks really nice, I thought. This is another piece of fibers. This thing, I try to, if you look carefully, you'll see I try to sew it, but it's stuck. Sometimes mistake can be like a new experiment. I would say never afraid of mistake. Even the whole pages is like ruined, then you still can salvage some of them, or you can learn from your mistake. And some mistake like this is quite cute, isn't it? All these threads stuck in the holes, and I merely glue a bit to cover the messy back. But here it looks really beautiful, isn't it? A piece from a cookbook. The edges make me think of their mother or father. I used to raise chicken. I raised 6 chicken, and we have almost like an unlimited supply of egg. But recently I reduced the consumption of eggs because health problem. But I like it. I like the chicken, egg, so I put them together. It made me miss my chicken. A piece of handmade paper. This is actually a pocket. See if I can put something on it. Okay, I will show you a treasure box. This is a box that I put all my pre-made stuff in it because some of them I just make them randomly, but I just need a place to store them. So I'll dig out things from it. I think this pocket are perfect for putting some tags. I recently make some mini tags. You know, all this stuff, you can choose one and put that in. Which one is better? Let me have a look. I really like this one. I want to put this one in. See? Oh, beautiful. Okay, one end, the other. I want to put a bigger one. Is it too big? Yes. How about this one? Okay, not bad. This cut from the magazine. You know, from time to time I cut the word, but I don't want to put too many on it. So like this is a fiber scrap. When I have too many smaller pieces, I like to connect the smaller pieces into a page so that I can use that in my journal and not particularly waste them. And I don't want to use all the scrap to make tabs because I have enough tabs. So I basically just glue one longer pieces to another shorter pieces, so it works. And I will show you in another video how to use the scrap paper to make book pages. I'm sure you will enjoy that, but not now, probably in a few days. These dangling things, I sewed it over with a scrap and I reinforce the end of the threads with a washi tape. I have a lot of this kind of flowers. I like to use them to decorate pages that I have no idea what to do. Things like this with a teacup. Well, I can cover it, but I find it okay to not cover. But I don't want it just a teacup, so I put this flower in to decorate instead of like putting here and there. I put this as like a collage. I think this cute ideas is quite workable. If you have small scraps and you can cut some of pieces and you can do a simple collage like that. So that's it. That's pretty much for today. I hope you get some inspiration and I will see you next time. Bye.